If you don't dominate your morning will dominate you. And losers let the day tell them what to do. Champions command it from the second they open their eyes. Most people roll out of bed like zombies, scrolling their phones, whining about life and waiting for motivation. That's why they stay broke, tired, and stuck. But you're here to take control. You want to lead, execute, dominate. It all starts the moment you wake up. Do this every morning and your life will never be the same. When the alarm goes off, that's not a suggestion. It's a command, a call to arms. That sound isn't there for you to negotiate with. It's there to remind you that life doesn't wait, the competition doesn't sleep, and time doesn't give a damn about your feelings. Hitting the snooze button isn't just a delay, it's a decision. A decision to stay soft, to stay weak, to stay stuck. And let me tell you something, greatness doesn't sleep in. Execution doesn't snooze. Power doesn't pause. Every second you waste in bed is a second your competition is moving ahead. While you're bargaining with your comfort, someone else is out there making moves, taking ground, and becoming unstoppable. Winners, real winners, don't wake up with dread. They wake up with intention. They open their eyes and immediately step into ownership. They don't need motivation, they operate on commitment. The alarm goes off and they're up. Not because they feel like it, but because they said they would. And that's the difference between those who talk and those who execute. Most people live their lives reacting. They start the day in defense mode, already behind, already scattered, but not you. You start in attack mode. From the moment your feet hit the ground, the world knows you're in control. You don't wait for permission. You don't wait to feel ready. You decide every morning to own the day before the day owns you. Let's be honest, how you wake up sets the tone for your entire life. You think a man building an empire wakes up slow? You think a woman chasing legacy hits snooze 3 times? Hell no. They rise because their mission demands it. They rise because they respect themselves enough not to play small. Every morning is a fresh battlefield, and you either walk out as the general or the casualty. Every morning is a contract with yourself. When you hit snooze, you break that contract. You lie to yourself. You reinforce weakness. But when you rise, instantly, deliberately, you build a habit of strength, of speed, of domination. You want success? Start with your damn alarm clock. Start with the first battle of the day. Win that and you build momentum. Lose it and you start the day on your knees. You don't need a morning routine full of fluff, you need fire. You need to wake up and go to war with discipline, with clarity, with execution. The way you get up is the way you show up. So when that alarm rings tomorrow, remember this, every second counts. Every decision compounds, and if you can't win the first 5 seconds of your day, don't expect to win the next 5 years of your life. Get up, no excuses, no hesitation, just pure, relentless action, because winners don't hit snooze, they hit life. Before you check your phone, check yourself. You think the first thing that matters is who texted you overnight or what someone posted on Instagram? That's the loser's loop, the habit of putting the world ahead of yourself. You want to win? You want to lead a life that makes people stop and watch? Then start by looking in the damn mirror and facing the one person responsible for your future, you. Every morning, before the chaos hits, before the emails, the demands, the distractions, you take 10 seconds to look into your own eyes. Not with shame, not with excuses, not with hesitation. You look yourself dead on and say it out loud. I run this day. I don't beg. I don't ask. I take. You say it like you mean it. Like it's not just a phrase, it's a declaration, a promise, a battle cry. And don't just say it for show. Don't whisper like a scared little sheep. Say it like a predator, like a force of nature. Say it so loud and so real that the weak version of you starts shaking in his boots. Because when you speak it with power, something inside of you wakes up. Something primal, something that's been buried under fear, laziness, and self-doubt. And that voice inside you says, it's time. But let me be crystal clear. Affirmation without action is a damn lie. Chanting your power doesn't mean jack if you're not backing it up with relentless execution. The mirror doesn't care what you say. The world doesn't care what you say. What matters is what you do next. You say you take the day? Prove it. That means you don't let distractions creep in. You don't let your feelings run the show. You don't negotiate with comfort. You act like the boss you claim to be. You move with intent. You walk like a king, not a beggar. Because once you've claimed the day in the mirror, every step you take has to reflect that truth. You see, most people live in reaction. They react to their inbox, to social media, to problems, to fear. But the elite, the people who build empires and bend reality to their will, they create. They lead. They wake up and say, this day is mine. This life is mine. And I'll be damned if I let it slip through my fingers. So tomorrow morning, before the world gets a piece of you, you get all of you. Lock eyes with the person in the mirror and remind him who the hell he is. Then go out and live it with power, with precision, with purpose. You don't beg, you don't ask, you take. Every morning, step into that cold shower. You think it's about hygiene, about getting clean? Hell no. It's about domination. It's about training your brain first thing in the morning, that you are in charge, that you don't flinch, you don't hesitate, and you sure as hell don't run from discomfort. The cold hits you like a slap to the face, and that's exactly the point. It's not supposed to be pleasant. That shock, that jolt, that sting, it wakes up something primal inside you. It's not about temperature, it's about mindset. Every drop of freezing water is a test of will, grit, mental toughness. Wimps avoid it. Complainers whine about how it's too cold. But high performers, real leaders, they face it head on and walk out of that shower like they just survived a battle. Because they did. They went to war with a voice in their head that said, don't do it. And they won. You see, the cold shower isn't just a physical experience, it's symbolic. It's a ritual that reminds you that comfort is the enemy of greatness. Every time you step into that cold, you are sending a message to your subconscious. We don't retreat. We don't surrender. We move forward, regardless of how it feels. If you can't handle a little cold water, how the hell are you going to handle rejection, failure, criticism, or risk? That cold shower becomes your daily training ground. It's the place you build mental armor while the rest of the world is curled up in warm sheets waiting for motivation. You're already battling resistance and winning. You're showing yourself that action comes before comfort, that courage comes before convenience. People ask how to build discipline. They read books, take courses, watch videos, but it's simple. Start with something hard, something uncomfortable, something your brain screams no to, and do it anyway. That's what the cold shower is. It's the daily reminder that you are not a slave to your emotions or your feelings. You're not here to negotiate with mediocrity. You're here to break it, smash it, and destroy it. And because life doesn't care how you feel, it only rewards execution. Don't overthink it, don't prepare, just get in. And when that cold water hits you, don't flinch. Don't scream, breathe, stand tall, own it. Because in that moment, you're not just taking a shower, you're building a mindset that most people will never develop. You're forging resilience, igniting courage, and hardwiring yourself for high performance. Every drop is a lesson. Control the moment, and you'll control the day. And remember this, if you can dominate the cold first thing in the morning, what else can you dominate? The answer is everything. Now stop being soft. Step in and take back control. Move your body, prime your mind, This isn't some soft morning yoga or a casual stroll while sipping your overpriced latte. I'm talking about real movement, savage intensity. You want to take control of your life, and start by taking control of your physiology, because when your body moves, your mind follows. You don't need a fancy gym, a trainer, or equipment. What you need is the will to sweat, the guts to push, and the discipline to do it every single morning, whether you feel like it or not. You think champions wait to feel good before they move? Hell no. They create the feeling by moving. That's the difference between a loser who hits the snooze button and a winner who's out there grinding before the sun's up. 10 minutes of raw, focused, explosive effort can flip the switch in your brain from passive to predator, from reactive to ruthless, from lazy to lethal. And that's the point. This isn't about fitness. It's about sharpening your edge. You're not just waking your body up. You're waking up your hunger. You're dialing in your aggression. You're prepping for battle, not brunch. Because when you move like a machine, when your heart's pounding and your breath is short, you stop thinking about your doubts, your excuses, your past. You enter a state of now, pure clarity, no distractions. That's the power of motion. It drags you out of your own head and slams you into the present moment. And that's where execution lives. People ask, how do I get motivated? Here's the truth. You don't wait for motivation. You manufacture it through sweat, through struggle, through showing your own brain who's in charge. You think lions need motivation to hunt? No, they move because it's in their nature. And it's in your nature too. You've just buried it under years of comfort and compromise. Time to dig it out. Time to train like your life depends on it, because it damn well does. You want mental clarity? Move. You want emotional control? Move. You want confidence? Move. This isn't optional. This is the gateway drug to a powerful day. And if you can't commit 10 minutes to charging your own system, how the hell do you expect to win in business and leadership and life? You won't. You'll get left behind by the savages who do. So stop babying yourself. Get up, drop down, run, punch, jump, whatever gets your engine fired. Do it every day, not just when it's convenient. And don't you dare walk away soft. You finish stronger than you started, or you don't stop moving. This is how warriors are built. One rep, one breath, one morning at a time. Prime your body, and your mind will follow. Train like a savage, lead like a king. Don't write a damn to-do list of 20 things you'll never finish. That's not productivity, that's procrastination in disguise. It feels good to write a long list because it tricks your brain into thinking you've accomplished something. But here's the harsh truth. 90% of that list is noise. It's filler. It's busy work designed to keep you distracted from what really matters. Winners don't chase tasks, they execute missions. High-level missions that move the needle, grow the empire, and push them into the next level of domination. You want to take control of your life? Then stop reacting like a sheep to whatever pops up on your calendar and start acting like a lion that hunts with precision. Every morning before the chaos of the world tries to pull you in 10 directions, sit your ass down and ask, what are the 3 most powerful moves I can make today to bring me closer to my goals? Not errands, not nonsense. I'm talking about bold actions with clear outcomes. If you're building a business, that might be sending a high-stakes pitch, locking in a deal, or building systems that free up your time. If you're getting in shape, it's not reading about workouts, it's lifting heavy, running hard, and pushing your limits. Your top 3 missions should scare you a little. They should challenge you, because that's where growth lives, right outside the comfort zone. And when I say 3, I mean only 3, not 7, not 10. You focus on 3 because it forces you to prioritize, to sharpen your mind like a blade and slice through the fog of distraction. It's a psychological advantage. When you lock onto 3 missions, you eliminate scatter. You don't waste energy switching tasks. You conserve power. You become a laser, not a flashlight. Focused, intense, ruthless. The average person drowns in decisions. High performers simplify and execute. They don't ask, what should I do next? They already know, because they decided at the start of the day. That's control. Now here's the kicker. If you finish your 3 missions and still have time, then you can take care of the lesser stuff. But if all you do is complete those top 3 and nothing else, you're still ahead of 99% of people who confuse movement with progress. You don't get paid for effort, you get paid for results. And results come from bold, consistent execution of the right moves. So stop playing small. Stop cluttering your day with fluff that makes you feel busy but keeps you stuck. Wake up, lock in your 3 missions, execute like a savage, and watch how fast your life changes. Clarity creates confidence, and confidence breeds dominance. Remember, strategy beats scatter. Every damn time. Feed your mind with fire. That's not a cute slogan, it's a demand. Because every single day, the world is trying to drown you in noise. Meaningless opinions, toxic negativity, fear-driven headlines, distractions engineered to keep you weak, dependent, and paralyzed. And most people, they consume it like candy. First thing in the morning, they grab their phone and scroll through other people's drama failures and fake victories. And you're starting your day on mental junk food and then wondering why you feel powerless, distracted, and behind. Let me be crystal clear. You are what you consume. If you flood your brain with weakness, you will think weak, you will act weak, you will accept average. But if you feed your mind with fire, books, speeches, mentors, content that sharpens your edge, you ignite something most people have never even felt: clarity, hunger, conviction, and the sheer will to execute. You begin to rewire yourself for domination instead of distraction. That's not motivation, it's transformation. You think high performers waste their mornings on TikTok dances and Instagram influencers? Hell no. They rise with the intention to grow, to prime their minds for war. They listen to the greats. They study winning. They read biographies of killers, entrepreneurs, generals, legends, people who built empires from nothing, because success leaves clues, and they devour every one of them. Every day is a war between 2 versions of you. The weak version wants comfort, noise, approval. The powerful version wants challenge, silence, truth. What you feed wins, period. You need to make your mind a fortress, not a hallway for garbage. And that takes discipline. That takes refusing to let other people's agenda infect your day. That takes cutting off the noise, shutting down the pity party, and choosing to consume the content that makes you think, act, and move like a goddamn machine. Like Sabilo, that make you think like you're a D&D, that makes you think like you're at the ballet, that makes you get the fuck. So what do you feed it with? Read 10 pages of a book that challenges you. Biographies, strategy, business, stoicism. Listen to a podcast that punches you in the gut with truth. Watch videos that remind you of your mission, your power, your standards. And do it first thing in the morning, before the world gets its claws in you. Because the world wants your attention, your mind, your obedience. But you've got empires to build. Are treating your mind like it matters. Because it does. You want to be unstoppable? Then feed your brain like a warrior fuels for battle. No garbage, no noise, just fire. Fuel that burns so hot, so strong, that nothing, no excuse, no failure, no setback can stop the execution machine you've built. Feed your mind with fire, and the world will burn trying to hold you back. Every damn morning is a choice. You either rise like a king or crawl like a coward. You either build your empire or help someone else build theirs. So tomorrow morning, do this every single day, and you'll watch your life transform from average to alpha. Now get up, show up, and take control.